We are here for the NCAA Women's Basketball Division 1 scores of the year. We have Belmont beat Ball State 77-59 to in the WBIT, the Women's Basketball Invitation Tournament. It either replaces the old WBI and the 18 WBI, or I don't see the WBI anymore, so maybe it does. We have Penn State beat George Mason 84-80 in overtime. I was scared by the Patriots. They fought hard the whole game, but credit to George Mason. Or credit to Penn State, fighting back. Credit to George Mason, the Patriots, for giving Penn State a scare. The Colgate gives nobody Nobody was kind of inconsistent. Yeah, you can kind of see that somewhat in the games. They won, but yeah. That's why they probably got in the W Women's NIT, and you can see it 64-50 the Colgate wins. The Monmouth Eagles take down the Buffalo Bulls 60-50 in the first round. The Arizona Wildcats beat the Auburn Tigers 60-50 in the first four. And they have to take on Syracuse on Saturday in the NCAA first round. Stony Brook beats James Madison 81-70 in the WBIT. They upset the number 1 seed James Madison. Illinois, you thought maybe they got in because they had a big win in the regular season against Indiana on national TV Fox on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, or is it President's Day? One of the 2 days, those holidays, and they ended up winning 74-69. St. John's beat Florida 70-60 in an upset in the WIT, and they win that one. And a good mid-major ballot. So St. John's Red Stern beat the Florida Gators. That's Cleveland State Vikings. Followed a really good mid-major. It was a really good mid-major battle. The Toledo Rockets win 76-60. Kind of a disservice they did both to them, making them pair up in the first round. Same with Belmont Ball State. We have in the first round of the WBIT, Villanova Wildcats beat the VC Rams 75-60. The Virginia Cavaliers beat High Point 81-59. St. Joseph's beats St. Hubbard's 54-47. Charleston beats SCFC in the first round of the Women's NIT 78-60. FIU beats Stetson 60-47. The FIU Panthers. And moving on to the second round of the WBIT. We have the Bowling Green Falcons. They follow the Butler Bulldogs 75-63. We have Tulsa in the Women's NIT. The Women's NIT is a third-tier tournament now. We have WBIT. We have Tulsa Golden Hurricane beat the Arkansas Razorbacks 82-60 in a dominating fashion. In the WBIT, the TCU Horned Frogs beat the North Texas Mean Green 67-58. Mississippi State Bulldogs ended up being Georgia Tech in a blowout. The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets fall 84-47. The St. Louis Billikens upset Central Arkansas. That was their first home loss of the year for Central Arkansas. Game in the Women's NIT first round. UTSA Roars beat Northern Colorado 82-60. Southern, the Screaming Eagles beat the University of Illinois at Chicago 16-64. The Screaming Eagles, were able to make it to the Women's NIT as the second season, but they've proven, maybe they can prove why, they deserve, maybe deserve to be in the WBIT, maybe going far in the WNIT. We'll see here, but they win 60-64. The Grambling. The Grambling Tigers upset Oral Roberts. They were on the road. Oral Roberts. Fallen in a high scoring game, 93 noon. The Holy Cross Crusaders beat UT Mern 72-45 in the 16th. Winner was to play Iowa. I don't think neither team is probably going to beat Iowa, obviously, but the Iowa Hawkeyes, so Caitlin Clark and all, but still. At least even for a chance to play Caitlin Clark now, you're going to be inspired. And also to say that you won the first NCAA tournament game is awesome as well. And I mean, just to say the fact that you got to play against Caitlin Clark on one of our last games ever at home is like incredible. We have Washington State beat Lamar 66-46. Washington State Cougars beat Lamar. Santa Clara beats BYU. Santa Clara Suns beat BYU Cougars 60-59. BYU was actually playing well this whole game. BYU was actually leading at halftime. It was 27-23. Then it was 41-39. But BYU just fell just short. 60-59, just that short. It was a heartbreaking, no matter which team lost. You knew there was going to be heartbreaking. Falls on BYU. Wow, what tough loss for the BYU Cougars. In the WBAT, Pacific beats Cal Poly 63-43. Georgetown beats Washington in the first round of WBAT. Hoyas beat the Huskies 64-56. The Hoyas are playing inspired for Tasha Butts. She took the Georgetown job prior to the season, the 2023-24 season. However, she tragically passed away before the season started. So they had an interim head coach, and he's done a fantastic job at Georgetown. Playing inspired, carrying on Tasha Butts' legacy. Doing it just like she would. She was able to watch this game. She'd be proud of how they've been playing for her. Then Hawaii Rainbow Wahine followed the California Golden Bears 65-60. And there's a couple more games besides the the typical the NCAA tournament. There's a couple on ESPN. We have UNC at UNCT that is actually not on Flow Hoops. It's actually on the NCT website. We have Limon and Niagara. It's an Eastern ESPN Plus. I mean, it could be on Flow Hoops. Who knows? I know some of the games on Flow Hoops. It was on website, not a big call. Maybe it was on both. Who knows? Limon at Niagara. That is on ESPN Plus at Eastern. Eastern side, South Dakota. I'm surprised that they're not battling with the first four. I was surprised about the first round in the NCAA tournament. Then we have the 24th. That's when the WBAT is playing. We have some W Women's NIT games as well. St. John's taking on Toledo at 2 Eastern on ESPN Plus. 2 Eastern on ESPN Plus. We have the second round of the Women's NIT. Purdue Fort Wayne at Cincinnati. ESPN Plus. 3 Eastern in the second round of the WBAT. TCU at Mississippi State. 3 Eastern. At 3 Eastern. We have UTSA. Wyoming got the bye to second round at 3 Eastern. Santa Clara at Washington State in the second round of WBT at 4 Eastern. 1 Pacific at 5 Eastern. We have Charleston at Illinois State. That's going to be an ESPN Plus. Illinois State got the bye to second round. And Northern Iowa, they got the bye to the second round. However, they are not hosting. St. Louis is the host. As St. Louis is so. We have a couple more. Belmont at Penn State, Stony at Illinois, and Virginia at Villanova to be determined. Game to be determined. And then we have some other games here to be decided. For the women's NIT. They base it off of when the other games and there's still some games and the buys who beat who, and there's already some more decided. We got the Vermont TD Vermont, so it's either based off one of the winners of one of these games on Friday, or our matchup has already been decided but it's not been added. But Vermont is hosting the winner of a matchup. We have Monmouth at Duquesne. Monmouth won on the road at Monmouth won at Buffalo. They're going to do at Duquesne, who got the bye the second round. Providence got the bye the second round. They're hosting Colgate at Southeastern. That's going to have hoops or on one of Providence or FS1, FS2, because that's when Big East FS1, FS2 could be on. Hoops, most likely these WNITs or postseason tournaments or the NCAA tournament, unless it's the men's NIT, because ESPN. The only reason why ESPN has the men's NIT teams when it's men's, when two it's. Because some of these fans, they don't have the rights to NCAA the men's tournament, so maybe they can attract a few straggle men's fans of teams, even when the women's games are not, or maybe put them around the women's games, so that we'll put them around the women's games. We'll put them at a very early time, or give them this ESPN 2, ESPN U. You have to, in order so give them TV. And that's whatever. So, but my Colgate Providence is at Southeastern. But Purdue at Butler, that's probably when full hoops or FS1, FS2, where I don't know, but probably full hoops most likely Southeastern. Could be at Stevie Sports Art, and maybe, who knows. We got Grambling at Louisiana Monroe. Louisiana Monroe got the bye the second round. Purdue got the bye the second round of that women's NIT, but Purdue is not hosting. Grambling is taking on Louisiana Monroe. Grambling is hosting. Louisiana Monroe is hosting the second round. It is not host. It's hosting the second round. They got the bye, so 7-3. That's going to be 7+. We got Wisconsin at Southern Indiana. Wisconsin got the bye the second round. However, they are not hosting. Southern Indiana is hosting. And then we got and every game is going to be an ESPN Plus, except for Colgate Providence, Purdue, except for Big East teams. As they are on Full Hoops. The Big East streaming rates are Full Hoops. Some of the streaming rates were used to be an ESPN Plus, but now suddenly decided to branch out on their own. In the school websites. And then Purdue, and also FIU is playing Troy. I forgot to mention that it's Eastern. Troy got the better second round, and they're hosting. That's going to be ESPN. And then we got, if the Big Ten teams at home, if a Big Ten team is at home, they're going to be a Big Ten Plus or Big Ten Network. No, Big Ten Network had some of them. NCAA volleyball tournament. First 2 rounds. And then every game was on ESPN, streaming platform, or ESPN networks. It was on conference streaming networks, and that was so. If one Big Ten record FS1, FS2, probably more Big Ten or Plus because I didn't say it all determined. Maybe it might have been FS2 or FS1, but I know it's mostly on Big Ten Network. Times 2. And there's three women's NIT second round games on Monday, 25th. Then we had 2 A side and 2 WB, and there's 5 WBT games. They've got 2 A sided. Times 4. There's 3 that get 2 A sided times 4 on Monday, 25th. And then there's there's 2 women's NIT games on the 26th. One is Pacific at Minnesota. Minnesota got divided as second round. And they're hosting as they're taking Pacific. That's Eastern, 7 local. And then the 28th of March, we have the WBIT course, and we have the women's NIT third round. Basically, their equivalent, the third round of the WNIT is equivalent of Sweet 16 in the women in the NCAA merch ends. But I don't know what they call it though. I don't think they call it. I don't think I know in that. I know they call it the grade 8 in the Fab 4. And then that's on the 28th. And that's the WBIT course, 4 WBIT course, and the 4 WNIT course, the women's IT course. I know there are no Pac-12 teams, but if the Pac-12 teams are playing in the WNIT, you'll just be in Pac-12.com, like in Pac-12 website. You know, it's like on Pac-12 Insider or Pac-12, like that works for like streaming platforms. You know, every game it's on like Pac-12 TV networks are basically free to stream or Insider. There's going to be 4 on Thursday, and there's going to be 4 on Friday, going up against Sweet 16. And then we have 2 quarterfinals on the 30th, and 2 quarterfinals on the 31st. Then we have the the WBIT sides early Monday afternoon before the NCAA Women's Elite 8 games. Which I like that. If they're gonna, they play, Tuesdays, and the men's play Tuesdays, so